Some say love and hate are just two sides of the same coin. Flip it one way and you're smitten. Helpless in the gravity of it all. Flip it the other and you're seething. The same fire now turned corrosive. I didn't just hear that theory, I lived it. I work as a regional logistics coordinator for a large retail chain. I don't manage people directly. My world's mostly about vendors, shipments, and schedules. What happens inside the store rarely touches my sphere. That's why when I started seeing Clarissa, a floor associate, I figured it wouldn't be a big deal. No rules were being broken, no drama to worry about. We weren't parading it around, but we weren't exactly hiding it either. Still, stores like ours are breeding grounds for gossip, and sure enough, the whispers began. Clarissa had told one friend in confidence. That friend passed it on. Within days, every woman in the store knew. But we didn't care. We were solid laughs, passion. No real fights. Clarissa was radiant, soft curls, killer smile, curves that made heads turn. She usually started her shift an hour before I arrived, and clocked out earlier too. Everything seemed steady, until Vince showed up. He joined as a stock assistant, manual work, unloading deliveries, heavy lifting. My first impression, average, nothing remarkable, lean build, taller than me. A little more bulk from the physical labor. But Vince had something else going for him, a silver tongue and no shame. He made a sport out of seducing his co-workers. One week he was cozying up to a cashier. Next week, taking a supervisor to dinner. The pattern was always the same: flirt, date, crash, repeat. Normally, I wouldn't care. Guys like that aren't worth my time. But Vince came at me from day one. He played it smart. Always subtle. Snide little digs in public. Just enough to sting, but not enough to justify knocking his teeth out. I never had a good comeback in the moment. Later at night I'd replay those conversations, furious with myself. I should have said that. But it was always too late. He'd mock my appearance, my calm demeanor. Looks like the only lifting Mason does is bending down to shine those loafers. Or, if I look tense, relax, man. If you're that worried about making it to the bathroom, adult diapers are on sale. All 12. People laughed. Even Clarissa laughed sometimes. Still, I bit my tongue. I wasn't going to play his game. I started avoiding him, taking alternate paths through the store just to steer clear. But he had a sixth sense for it. Always found me. Always had a comment. Then came the moment he found out about me and Clarissa. Suddenly, I started seeing them together more often. Quiet corners, soft conversation, her laughing, tilting her head, twirling her hair the way she used to when we first met. That night, I sat her down. Clarissa, that guy's toxic. He's not just messing with me. He's a predator. He's run through half the women in this place. You're next, she smiled, sweet as ever. Mason, I love you, don't worry. I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. I wanted to believe her. God, I tried. But deep down, I needed her to do more: cut him off, shut it down, tell him to get lost. Next day, I saw them again. Middle of the store, nowhere near her section. Laughing, glowing, body language wide open. Her feet pointed at him, arms relaxed, leaning in. I've read enough behavioral guides to recognize attraction. And this was full volume interest. They weren't subtle either, meeting in random parts of the store, always in deep conversation. That night, she flat out lied, said she hadn't spoken to him at all. I could have confronted her. Hell, I had the security footage. But what good would that do? They hadn't crossed the line yet. If I pushed, she'd just hide it better. So I changed strategy. I came in early. Pretended I was doing marketing research from the security room. Really, I was watching them. Meanwhile, I poured more love on her, talked about our future, brought her little surprises, hoping she'd remember what we had before it was too late. Then came the Saturday everything changed. She didn't come home, said she was out with girlfriends, might be late. I knew, no proof yet, but I knew. The proof came soon enough. Around midnight, Vince messaged me a link to a cloud video. I clicked, and my heart shattered. There she was, no shame, no resistance, fully involved, fully his. And then the camera flipped, Vince smirking right into it, flipping me off mid-act. He knew I'd see it. At the end, he tapped her nose like it was cute. She giggled and kissed the camera. "Let's save this video for later," he said, "so we can remember the good times." That was it. The end. No more clinging to hope. I packed her things that night, every single item, and dumped them at her parents' front porch before dawn. Rang the bell, walked away. Then I opened a bottle of gin she'd gifted me months ago, sat in silence, rage boiling beneath the calm. But as I stared at the glass, something darker sparked. Vince expected humiliation. He'd be at work grinning, video in hand, waiting to make a spectacle. But I wasn't going to give him that win. I unplugged everything, phone, doorbell, even stuffed my ears with cotton. Neighbors later said Clarissa came screaming that night, banging on my door. I didn't hear a thing. Next morning, I parked a block away, walked into the store like I owned it, a paper bag under my arm. There he was, Vince, standing near the front, surrounded by staff, eyes hungry for drama. I smiled. "Vince, man, I owe you a huge favor." The room went quiet. I pulled out the gin bottle. "From my house so no one thinks it's store stock. Drink it. Share it with Clarissa. Whatever you like." He looked confused. I kept my voice light, but loud. "I've been trying to dump her for months, man. Couldn't find a reason. She hadn't done anything wrong. Then you swooped in and took care of it for me. You saved me. I'm free. Thank you." Whispers broke out. Vince's face darkened. "What are you talking about?" He snapped. I feigned surprise. "You didn't know. I let the whole thing happen. You were my out. You took her off my hands. I should have sent you a gift basket." Laughter rippled through the group. But then I saw it, one of his buddies holding a phone, paused right on that video. Jackpot. I walked over, grinning. "Hey, mind if I take a peek?" I didn't wait for permission. I grabbed the phone, selected Vince's entire video folder, hit send all to every contact, then acted shocked. "Oh no, I think I hit the wrong button." Gasps. The video started playing. The whole room froze. And then chaos. Turns out, Vince had been recording everything, not just Clarissa. Dozens of videos, women from the store, some married, and because of his job, he had access to husbands' numbers, co-workers, even a few managers. Phones started buzzing. 5 women burst into tears. Some screamed at him, at me, at themselves. Clarissa didn't even show her face until lunch. Pale, trembling, eyes puffy from crying, she scanned the room like it had swallowed her whole. I didn't say a word. She didn't dare approach me. Next day, Vince didn't come to work. Rumor was, a couple of angry husbands found him. He ended up in the hospital, broken ribs, fractured jaw. Don't know if he'll ever be the same. But he sure as hell won't be coming back. A few women returned, faces buried under makeup, but you could still see the shame. Do I feel bad? Honestly, no. I slept better than I had in months. Thanks for sticking with me. If you've got thoughts, I'm all ears. And if betrayal and twisted payback stories are your thing, you might want to hang around. There's more where that came from.